Good day and greetings from Self Love Ministry, a ministry that strives and thrives to challenge your personal wellness and spiritual fitness. On today, I am home, relaxed on my sectional, being able to talk and engage the way that I love it to be. But most mornings, as you know, I am in my car delivering the message before I head into the work building. But on today, I'm back. I am back, and I'm here with healing segment number 2. This is week 2. Last week, I talked about how healing takes work. If you have not seen that one, you can go back and view it on my YouTube channel at Coach K Jenkins, Woman in Transition. But today, healing segment number 2. I just want to do a short video about learning to love through brokenness. Learning to love through brokenness and prioritizing one's healing needs. Whether that's ourselves, whether that is someone else, whether that someone else is our spouse, our companion, our child, a friend, a co-worker, a family member, a parent, a sibling. We're talking about all of us today, ourselves and other people. And some of the things that God showed me about this, first about ourselves, is that we have to build acceptance. We have to build acceptance for the very thing that we are dealing with. We have to escape the sense of denial. And then he showed me that we have to figure out what helps us to feel better. So many people are going through, so many people are dealing with challenges and battles and struggles and fights from the inside out. And they don't even know, what would help them to get over that. They haven't even taken the reflection time that's needed to even think about things that could help them come about that thing. And then the third thing would be prioritizing our needs. Prioritizing our needs. How do we prioritize our needs? How do we begin to determine where do we start? That takes reflection, and that's a different road and a different pathway and a different journey for every person. And then the last thing, we have to seek a support system. Whether that support system is therapy, a spiritual group, counseling, a healthy outlet or a healthy source. Everybody needs some sort of support. And yes, I get it. Sometimes we can be so closed-minded. Well, I'm okay. I'm good. I've always been this way. I've always done things by myself. Well, let's be honest. Could that be the reason why you're still in the place that you are? Could it be that God has been trying to send you in a different direction? He's been trying to bring people into your life and around you and to build connections to help you. But because you're not used to it, you end up ruining it. You end up destroying it or sabotaging it because of what you're used to. And then I want to share the piece, and then I'll share this. I'll go to the next point first. Then I want to talk about others. When we are thinking about others, we have to be open-minded and we have to remain supportive and involved as much as possible. Now, I do understand that there are times when things may just be so heavy, so difficult, that sometimes it may be best to not even entertain or come close or whatever. But for those moments and those experiences and those times where you can be supportive, where you can be involved, where you still can show concern, it is very, very important. Those moments where you can send an encouraging text or render an encouraging phone call or even entertain a encouraging conversation. It truly helps. And then I want to talk about encouraging healthy outlets, encouraging healthy outlets. A lot of people are going through, as I just said, they don't even know what they could do to help them get out of it because they're so comfortable to that particular struggle or stronghold. And sometimes it takes a outsider, it takes a person of wisdom, it takes a person of transparency to actually be truthful and share healthy outlets, even if it may be something that they are not open to at the moment. The thought may linger, and it may not mean something at that moment, but as that person continues to endure that process, and they continue to go through the shifting and the transition of that particular situation, it may later mean something, and they may take that advice later down the line. Then thirdly, build conversations that help unpack one's thoughts. Build conversation that helps unpack one's thoughts. And in able to be able to do this, we have to listen very carefully. We have to be good listeners. We have to be very good listeners so that we can listen to what they're saying and understand how to respond carefully to help them unpack their thoughts. Get to understand kind of sort of why things are like they are. And then lastly, do regular check-ins and show that we care. Do regular check-ins and show that we care. Whether that's through texts, through phone calls, through pop-ups, through luncheons, through dinner dates, doesn't matter. Very, very important. Closing this video, I want to say this. As I was sitting on my sofa a little while ago, God reminded me of a conversation I had yesterday. Was simply having a conversation and realizing that God has had me in this place almost all of 2025, not really doing anything, sitting peacefully in solitude, downloading, grasping things. I just got back to doing videos. But all 2025, a lot of people ask me, what are you doing this year? Are you doing a conference this year? Are you doing a retreat this year? The recent couple of months, people was like, well, I don't see you on, I see that you haven't been doing any videos lately. And my response has always been, I'm sitting and waiting for God to show me what to do next, because I felt a shifting coming. And what God shared with me about that moment just now, sitting on my soul, those moments, and this year, through the conversation yesterday, what God showed me today was that there are moments where people may be needing you, where people may have a sense of expectation for you, where people may be needing you to help them get through. But you may need to do something different for yourself, to understand how to keep yourself together, to understand how to keep yourself going, to understand where God is taking you. And what God is showing me, thank you, Holy Spirit, is sometimes we're going to have to take time out. Sometimes we're going to have to sit down. Sometimes we're going to have to pull away. And sometimes we're going to have to let other people find their source of direction so that we can then remain firm in our place for what God has for us. Because sometimes we can get overwhelmed, we can get drained, we can get depleted for doing so much, still being on the go, expecting to hear God, expecting Him to speak and discern and confirm in our busy lives. And sometimes it's just going to be necessary for us to sit. Solitude, quietness, peace, intimacy. Sometimes That's what it's going to require. And that's relating to ourselves within this healing segment number 2, learning to love through brokenness and prioritizing one's needs. How do we prioritize our needs? How do we help others through their how do we prioritize our needs through brokenness, through struggle, through difficulty? How do we help others through brokenness, through struggles, through difficulty? I hope that this healing segment number 2, week 2, has been some encouragement within your spiritual journey and your spiritual walk. Be blessed.